Hello, everybody, and welcome to my class. Today, we are going to learn about tenses. So, we already have taken some sessions on tenses, but then let's understand it in a much better way. Yes, as we already know, that there are basically three types of tenses, and again we can differentiate them on four more categories. As you can see in my screen, that is, we have simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous. In the same way, we have simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. And we also have simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous, right? So we will learn today about only the present tense. Okay, we are going to learn about simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous, right? So the moment we say simple present, we if I ask you what is simple present, you will be thinking that there are some actions which are going on right now. Yes, but actually that is not called as simple present. Simple present, and a simple present, we talk about all those actions which we do regularly. Yes, which we do regularly. Say for example, we eat every day, we bath every day, we sleep every day, we study every day, right? So all these actions take place every day in a regular basis. Now when you want to say this to somebody, what you will say? I bath every day, I sleep every day. Or say, for example, when you are talking about somebody else, say, for example, your brother or sister, you will say he sleeps every day, he eats pizza every day, or he eats fruits every day, right? So in this way, the verb, the form of the verb changes when we talk about simple present tense. So here the form of verb, I mean the plural form of verb and singular form of verb. So let us we will go through all those things in a step by step manner, but as of now I will tell you that simple present tense means all the actions which happens regularly. Now the actions which takes regularly, which happens regularly, you are not going to say those actions like I am eating, I am sleeping. No, right? Because you do those actions every day, and if somebody asks you what do you do every day, at that point of time you have to say it in this way, that I sleep every day, I eat every day, I cook my lunch, I go to office, I go to my school. Yes, so this is how we are going to say our everyday activities. Okay, so as you can see in my screen, we have got the definition of present, simple present tense, as it tells us about an action that happens always or regularly, right? So it talks about habit. For example, he wakes up at 7 a.m. every day. And it also talks about universal truth, like the sun rises from the east, it sets in the west, right? The stars shines in the sky. Okay, the earth revolves around the sun. So there are so many things here. Okay, so whenever we are talking something which is a universal truth, that means it will come under simple present tense. Apart from this, here, now this was what I was talking about earlier. Okay, so when we are talking about somebody, when we are talking about somebody, the pronoun which we are going to use about that person would be he, she, it, or we might use the name of that person. If the person is a boy or a man, we will be using he. If again it is a female or a woman or a girl, again we will say she. And if we are talking about something or an animal, we will use it. Okay, and all these are the third person singular pronoun, right? And here we will be using like singular singular form of verb. So the moment I say singular form of verb, verb means action words. Yeah, verb means action words. So play, sleep, eat, drink, all these are action word. Now the moment we are adding s with these verbs, like here we have got our example: works, plays, eats, goes, drinks, lives. Okay, all these are coming with s. Yes, because the moment we are adding s with our verbs, it becomes singular. And he, she, it is singular form, singular form of subject or singular pronoun, we can say. Even if we would have used somebody's name also, that name also would have been the third person for us, because we are speaking about that person. On the other hand, if we are talking about ourselves, that is, we are using the pronoun I, we, you, they, will be using the plural form of the verb. Okay, plural form of the verb. So when we don't have any s with the verb, that means it is plural. So with I, we, you, they, or say for example you are saying my friends or my colleagues, at that point of time we will be using all the verbs without s, that is work, play, eat, go, drink, live, all these. Okay, next, as we said, that it talks about habitual action. He drinks tea every morning. I get up every day at 5 o'clock. My watch keeps good time. So these are regular actions. To express general truth, when something is truth, okay, universal truth: the sun rises in the east, honey is sweet, fortune favors the brave. Okay, and then if there is any exclamatory sentence, for example when you are waiting for something and suddenly something happens and you are very excited to say about it: here comes your father, here comes the bus, in this way, that will also be under simple present tense. Okay, then if there is a narrative going on, say for example there is a narration about a story, or maybe something which is about sports, you will see that those things are also under simple present tense, like Shaurabh now rushes forward and deals a heavy blow to Rustam. Immediately the Sultan hurries to his capital. To express a future event that is part of a fixed timetable. Now here we also talk about a future event which have a fixed timetable. It's not like we are talking about anything, but something which has fixed timetable, like the time when your school starts, or maybe your office working hour starts. All these have got some kind of fixed timetable, isn't it? So in the same way, here in our example, the math starts at 9 o'clock, the train leaves at 5:20. So that if when we talk about train and the timing of its departure and coming, that means it always has the departure time is always the same. Okay, we don't know when it will arrive, it might get late, but departure time is always the same. Okay, now here there are some questions. Okay, I want you to just see to it and try doing this at your home. Okay, so the sun, about whom we are talking here, the sun. So sun is the third person, we will say sets in the west. We sleep, we is plural, so our verb would also be plural. So we sleep late on Saturdays. Okay, now moving forward, we will talk about present continuous tense. Now here I didn't say one thing to you about simple present tense, is this, that we are not going to use any kind of helping verb. So the moment I say helping verb, under present tense we use helping verbs like am, is, are. Now when do we use am? When we talk about ourselves, that is I am. Okay, is, whenever we, our subject is singular, like he, she, it, or when we are talking about somebody, we will use is. He is going to school, she is going to school, it is jumping on the fences, Rohan is going to school. Yes, and then if we are using the pronoun you, they, we will be using the helping verb are there. You are going to school, they are going to school, we are going to school, my friends are going to school. Okay, so these kind of verbs we use only under present continuous tense. We are not going to use it under simple present tense. This is one of the tip here I'm giving you. Just remember, whenever you have to frame sentences under simple present tense, we will not use any kind of helping verb, right? Then, so here there are some examples like mother is cooking food for us, the girls are enjoying themselves. So what should be the structure of the sentence? Yes, we will be having subject. According to subject, we have to use the helping verb is, are, am plus ing form of the verb. Okay, so if we have the verb learn, we will be using it as learning. If we have walk, we will be using it as walking. If we have shout, we will be using it as shouting. If we have teach, we will be using it as teaching. Yeah, so what am I doing now? I am teaching you right now. Yes, so moving forward, so just okay, so here are the helping verbs which I was talking about. With I will be using am, with we, you, they will be using are, and with he, she, it, or if we have any name, we'll be using is. Yeah, so here there are some more examples. We use present continuous tense for an action going on at the time of speaking. So now I am speaking. What I am doing now, I am teaching you right now. And if you are watching this video now, that means you are learning now, isn't it? You are learning. For just a second. Yeah. For temporary action, which may not actually happen at the time of speaking. Okay, so for example, I'm reading some book. Okay, but now I'm telling you, I am reading a book called Harry Potter. I am reading, but at this moment I'm not reading, but it is going on continuous. Okay, I'm reading it every day, maybe at night or maybe at morning, whenever I have free time, I'm just going through it. Yes, so that is why we will say it that I am reading a book now. I am reading David Copperfield, or I am learning English nowadays. I am attending some yoga classes nowadays. Yes, so this is how we are going to frame sentences about the action which is continuous, but it is not continuous at the moment when we are speaking about it, for an action that has already been arranged to take place in the near future. Okay, so there are so many things which we have already planned that we will be doing it. Okay, so I am going to the cinema tonight. Where I am going? I am going to the cinema tonight. My uncle is arriving tomorrow. I am going to my aunt's house the moment I'll be finishing with this class, right? So these are something which we have already planned for, and we are going to do that. Yes, so those also will come under present continuous tense. I hope I'm clear. Yes, okay. So here again there are some questions which we would like to convert under simple present tense, like the birds we have to use the helping verb as well as the main verb in its ing form. The birds are singing in the trees. The baby is, yeah, the baby is crying loudly. The doctor is consulting the patients. The river the river is flowing through the mountains. The children are making noise. Sushil is watching television, right? And then comes the present perfect tense. Yes, so when we say that present perfect tense shows the action which has been completed at the present moment. He has prepared a cup of coffee for himself. Okay, so already he has prepared the cup of coffee, but at the present moment he has completed it. She has come to meet me. So already she has come to meet me. So what is the framework of the sentence here? That is, the present perfect tense is formed by using have or has, okay, along with the main verb. And the structure of the sentence would be subject plus have or has depending on the subject plus v3 form of the verb. Okay, so here when we will be using have, now we have lots of confusion about it. Whenever we are framing sentences under present tense, okay, present perfect tense, we will be using have or has depending on the subject. Now we use have for I, you, we, they, or any kind of plural subject, correct? Now we use has for he, she, it, or any kind of singular subject, right? So here Raju has left, so Raju is our singular subject, has left. And now I is also singular, but I will always take the plural form of the helping verb, plural form. Okay, I have finished my work. Yes. Then next, so here there are two main uses of present perfect tense. It talks about something which is ongoing. I have taught singing to many students. So it has started from past and still I am teaching. It is not like I am using taught here. So it has been completed. Okay. So here I have taught singing to many students. I have watched two movies this week. Okay, I have watched, so maybe it is the beginning of the week and I can watch more movies in this week. It talks about recent action or events. Okay, so I have finished my homework, the things which have already have been done. I have finished my homework, I have cooked the dinner. Okay, Mahi has lost her purse. Okay, so these are some kind of change which has, we can say, change. Okay, earlier I didn't do my homework, but now I have finished doing my homework. Earlier I didn't cook the dinner, but now I have cooked the dinner. Earlier Mahi had her purse, but now she has lost her purse, right? So here present perfect tense suggests that action has just been completed, something which has been completed. Let's go. I have finished my work. Mary has mended the broken fences. She is feeling relaxed now. Okay, it also donates the action has continued till the present moment. Okay, so from starting from the past, it is being still continuing. I have known Kanta for 5 years. Okay, it denotes a completed action or occurrence which is connected with the present moment through its result. Okay, the cat has spilled the milk. Okay, so first the cat has spilled the milk and now I am seeing it on the floor. I have altered the new dress for you. Okay, so the dress was not altered earlier, but now I have altered and you can try it. That is the thing. Okay, so here there are some more sentences which we can frame, which we can change to simple present, present perfect tense. So I have read this book. Okay, she has seen this book. Tarun has met him. They have finished their work. We have he has talked to his mother about the trip. My car has broken down near your home. We have arrived at the station, right? So here there are some verbs. So the moment I say V3 form of verbs, many of you might not understand. So here there are some example. These verbs are in its present form. These are in past and these are in past participle. So become, became, become. Build, built, built. Hide, hid, hidden. Steal, stole, stolen. Throw, threw, thrown. Write, wrote, written. Fall, fell, fallen. Sleep, slept, slept. Sing, sang, sung. Okay, so apart from this we have many other verbs. The list is very long. You can just get it from here or anywhere and just check all the forms of verbs, that is the present, past and the past participle form. So in our present perfect tense, we always use the V3 form of the verb, right? So moving forward to present perfect continuous tense, right? The present perfect continuous tense is used for an action which began at some time in the past and still is continuing. Okay, for example, he has been sleeping for 5 hours. They have been building the bridge for several months. They have been playing since 4 o'clock. Okay. Now here you might get confused, like when to use for, when to use since. Okay. When you don't have any specific time, you are not mentioning the specific time. At that point of time, we'll be using for. But then if you are mentioning the specific time, at that point of time we will be mentioning since in our sentence. For example, here he has been sleeping for 5 hours. So we don't know the specific time from when he started to sleep. Okay, and that's why we have used for here. Our next sentence, they have been building the bridge for several months. We don't know from which month they had started, isn't it? And they have been playing since 4 o'clock. Now here we know the perfect time when they started to play, and that's why we have used since here. So what is the structure of a present perfect continuous tense? It will be subject plus have or has depending on the subject plus been plus ing form of the verb. Okay, so already as I told you, when we will be using have, we'll be using have when our subjects are I, you, we, they, or any plural kind of subject, like my friends, my colleagues, my family. Okay, has we will be using when our subject is singular, he, she, it, or any kind of singular subject, if you are using anybody's name, for example. So at that point of time we will be using has. Okay, so I hope till here you understood how to frame sentences under present tense. We saw all the forms of tenses which comes under present tense, that is simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. So if you have any doubt, please do message me. I'll be so happy to help you. And please do like my videos and subscribe also. Thank you so much for watching my video.